Hey, what's up, y'all? I got my boy Hypo type on here, man. We about
Dude,
to.
if you are you on live right now?
Yeah.
Okay. How long are you gonna be on?
For a little while. I'll be on here for a little while.
Okay. Well, did you want to ask me something specific?
Yeah, about the Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight. Who you got?
Um, I think
What's up,
that
man?
Errol Spence. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Errol Spence should win it just based on size.
Mm-hmm.
To me. Um, but I'm not a huge believer in Errol Spence. I just don't know. I think he's sort of an unknown factor. A lot of people have given him this status of the wrecking ball man that's like unbeatable at 147, and I think that all comes from him being anointed by Floyd Mayweather at a certain point. Definitely doesn't come from him actually beating people, because he really doesn't have, besides Kell Brook, a good win. He has some all right wins, but for the most part, he has no good wins. Mikey is actually the more proven fighter. He's just, you know, small. And usually with a small guy like him, it takes speed to beat the bigger guy. He's never been a fast guy. His best attributes are timing and accuracy
Mm-hmm.
and fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a fast guy. He's not physically gifted, except for, unless you want to count, he has pretty good power. So, but we don't know if that's going to carry up to 147.
Mm-hmm.
So not knowing if his power is going to carry up and not knowing if accuracy is going to be enough to beat a much bigger guy who could be really good, but we just don't know. I mean, maybe Errol Spence is as good as people say he is. I've never seen it.
Uh-huh.
To me, he fights more like a Margarito.
There you go.
A Margarito with a little bit more athleticism and maybe not quite as good of a chin.
Well, I mean, his chin.
So,
I mean, I agree with that totally. I always said he was. Well, me and Zone, we always came up with the conclusion that he's a slugger. He's like a Margarito. He's a
yeah, he
Margarito
walks
with
people down,
without
drops
us
them on the
knowing
ropes. Yeah.
about his chin yet. Because I don't know about his chin yet. Because his chin, he really hasn't
It
taken
really
a.
hasn't been tested.
Yeah, he hasn't.
That's the thing. Yeah.
He hasn't really taken a lot of punches to the face. I know Kell Brook did hit him a lot in the
Yeah,
face,
but
but
he Margarito, took like 50 shots from Cotto. So, yeah, I mean, Margarito's chin was proven way more than Spence's is.
mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why I give Margarito the edge in chin. And I think, athleticism, I think Spence moves a little bit better than Margarito.
Yeah, he
He's a
does.
little smoother. His reflexes are a little quicker. But other than that, they're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't really know. I mean, Mikey could pull off a miracle. I think the smart money is on Errol Spence just because size.
Yeah, just because size.
And we don't know if Mikey's power is going to carry up to that division yet, but maybe it will. I mean, I'm not counting Mikey out completely. I think he's going to try stuff in there. He's got things in his mind that he wants to work out in the ring. He's going to, he's going to have a plan. It's going to be a good plan. And I think he might give Errol some trouble, and then who knows what could happen. So I guess the short answer is I really don't know. If I had to bet, I would bet on Spence.
Yeah. Me myself. This is how I break it down. I have to get an edge to Spence because Mikey moving up. You have to get an edge to a guy that's been at the weight that was born to fight at 147, and even
Right.
Earl to me should be probably fighting at 154, maybe 160. So
Eventually, I think he's looking to, have a couple more fights at 147 and then move up so he doesn't have to fight Crawford.
Well, and another thing too, Earl Spence is not going to be able to make 147 for much longer.
That's
He
what I'm
looked
saying.
he looked kind
Yeah.
of he looked kind of dried out when they was at this last press conference.
Yeah.
He looked kind of dried out. He looked kind of tired, kind of like worn down. Now he says he's on weight right now. This is what he says. Now me, I used to fight and I knew about making weight. In one of my fights, I was on weight 3 days before the fight, which was a mistake because when I was on weight 3 days before the fight, I couldn't really eat like I wanted to because you can't eat like you want to. It's like this. Are you going to try to take off the weight a day before the fight, the last 5 pounds, or are you going to try to be on weight 3 days before the fight to try to make sure you're on weight? My thing with Earl Spence is if Earl Spence is
One question. When you were fighting, what was the best way of doing it? Being on weight, just hitting it right on the day of the weigh-in?
To me, the best thing to do is get to be on weight a day before. That way,
One day before.
yeah, one day before. That way you don't deplete yourself for eating for 3 days. Because what I did was I made a mistake. My first fight, I was on weight 3 days, almost 4 days before, and all I could eat was a banana every day. A banana, 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 banana. Because if I ate like
Anything else?
anything
Yeah,
else,
made a meal.
I jumped up in weight real quick. I like jumped up in weight real quick. That weight is crazy. Now my thing is this: Earl Spence has been known to walk around about 190. He said 190 one day, and if that's true, I'm gonna tell you right now, if that's true, man, and he's already on weight 3 days before the weigh-in, because he said yesterday that he was already on weight. So my thing is this: Earl Spence was worried about coming in on weight. That's why they on weight 3 days before. But my calculation is this: Earl Spence may not be the stronger man as long as that fight go on, because if he's on weight right now, that means he's not eating good. Mikey is eating good. Mikey is
Yeah,
moving up in weight.
Mikey doesn't have to worry about weight.
Yeah, he don't have to worry about weight, so he's eating good. Probably eating full meals. Earl Spence cannot eat full meals until after the weigh-in, and you know this too. Another thing too. Another thing
Go
too.
on. Go
With
on.
the IBF, they have to weigh in again on Saturday, and they can't be 10 pounds over.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I didn't realize that. I said,
Are
oh
you
man.
sure that's in play for this fight?
Yeah, because the IBF got rid of it for unification, but if it's a regular title fight, you still got to be you can't be 10 pounds over. But they got rid of it for the unification because of the Danny Jacobs debacle. Remember he didn't show up. He paid the
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
He paid the fine. He didn't show up for the 10 pounds over. He paid the fine.
Right.
So now they
Yeah.
said for the unification, you can come over. You can come in the ring how big you want, but a regular title fight, you have to weigh in again on Saturday. So he has to weigh in on Saturday again. So that means after he weigh in tomorrow, he cannot eat up. He have to worry about not eating a lot again for Saturday weigh in. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, well, I mean, he definitely can eat more because he can gain 10 pounds. But, how old is Errol Spence? Do you know?
20. He's about to be 29 in about a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah, it's getting to the point where,
It's time to move up.
yeah, he's not going to be able to pull that off for much longer. Maybe he's still in that, good zone where he's still young enough to pull it off.
Well, about around
I
about
guess
this.
we'll find out.
Around about this age when De La Hoya was 28. If people don't fail to realize that De La Hoya had trouble making the weight for the Trinidad fight. You know that, right?
Yeah, but he moved good in that fight, though.
Yeah, but he had trouble making weight for that fight. He was a pound over or something like that. So
That was
usually,
probably the best movement I ever saw out of him.
yeah, I know. I mean, he fought brilliant. But usually about 29, 30, if you already too
Right.
big for
Yeah,
a weight,
his metabolism slows down.
yeah, it's time to
Yeah.
move up. It's time to move up.
Yeah, especially, plus, I've seen a little bit of evidence that he was hanging out with the wrong people and partying maybe a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely thought when Crawford confronted him, he looked like he was in about the 175 to 185 range.
Bigger than that, dude. Because
Yeah.
I'm 100. I'm 170 pounds.
How tall is he?
He about 5'9" and a half. I'm about 5'8". I was 170 pounds. and he looked bigger than me when he had that hoodie on. When I have my hoodie on, I'm not bulky like he was. He looked like he was close to 190 pounds, man. He looked like he was
Right.
close to 190 pounds. And if that's the case, because I was under assumption that Earl Spence walk around kind of in shape all year round, but he doesn't. He doesn't. He blows
No,
up.
no,
He blows
no.
up in weight.
I mean, he was definitely drunk at that one press conference. I forget which fight it
Oh,
was.
oh, oh, that was the Sean Porter Garcia fight.
Yeah, so he's not like a Floyd,
Disciplined.
disciple.
He not
Yeah,
disciplined. Yeah, he not that disciplined like that. But like I said, to me, I think Mikey Garcia can win this fight simply because, first of all, Earl Spence don't move his head. And another thing, Mikey Garcia is a technician, right? You know he's a technician in the
of
ring.
course. Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
he's like that. He's like that Mayweather,
Oh, he
Marquez,
reminds me a lot of Marquez.
yeah, Marquez type fighter. So one thing
He
about
doesn't
them.
have he doesn't have the natural gifts that Mayweather had.
No, 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 no.
He's more like a Marquez.
I'm talking about, I'm,
It's all academic. It's all learned stuff.
I'm talking about
This
he's,
stuff is like second nature for him.
yeah, I'm talking about that his IQ is very high in the ring. He has a very
Oh
high
yeah,
IQ. So
definitely.
if you look at Earl Spence, I looked at a lot of his fights. He has the same punch patterns. His punch patterns don't change up from round to round. They just don't. He always come out jab, jab, jab to the body. If you get a little close, he throw the hook. He throw the hook to the body. If you get on the ropes, he start welling that on your body with hooks. Now, if you stay off the ropes, which what Kell Brook did for the first 6, 7 rounds, and you keep the fight in the center of the ring, Earl Spence is not that good in the center of the ring, man, because he's
Where
not he
with Brooke, he didn't have the same reach advantage. I mean, he's going to have a huge reach advantage. I hope Mikey has a good plan.
well, no, 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 because I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. What Mikey Garcia did was very smart. He fought Robert Easter. Robert Easter was 5'11" with 76-inch reach, and he was jabbing and hitting Easter with the jab. Because it's not about your reach, it's about the timing with the jab. It's
Right,
about the
right. It's
timing.
about timing and accuracy, but to a degree. To a
Yeah,
degree.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Robert Easter isn't as physically strong
No, 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 no. It has
as
nothing to do with strength, though. It had nothing to do with strength. My
Yeah,
thing is
but
this. No, no, no.
if somebody's strong enough to pump a jab that will stop you in your tracks, I think Robert Easter didn't hit hard enough to keep Mikey from getting close enough to land his jab.
I'm gonna
I
say
think
I'm gonna say Robert Easter. I mean, I watched that fight again too. Robert Easter was hitting Mikey Garcia with some flush jabs, making Mikey Garcia head fly back. I was like, man, I didn't
but
realize. I didn't
power
realize Robert
wasn't
Easter.
enough to discourage him from coming forward.
Yeah, you right. You
So,
right about
I
that. You right
mean,
about that.
I think he may have time with, maybe not, but
And
I
Robert
think
Easter was fat. Robert Easter's hands was much faster than Errol Spence too. Much
that's
faster.
true.
Much. I
Yes.
mean, his hands. I mean, I think the main thing.
Fast.
I think the main thing that Mikey Garcia was having trouble with was Robert Easter's speed. His speed
Yeah.
was throwing the Mikey Garcia off. Now, my thing about this with Earl Spence, another thing. Look, Earl Spence is very strong. He's very aggressive. He's very powerful. He's very determined. But my thing is this. That's why this is called boxing and not wrestling. They're not gonna be in there wrestling. And another thing, Earl Spence is not a physical fighter. Earl Spence is more of a finesse left-hander. He's not a guy like a Sean Porter that's gonna go in there and lean on you, grab you, try to muscle you around the ring. That's not what Earl Spence is gonna try to do. I think Earl Spence gonna try to. I think Earl Spence for the first 3 or 4 rounds gonna try to box with Mikey, and I think that's gonna be a mistake. I think that's gonna be a mistake that he gonna try to box with Mikey first. And if he try to box with Mikey, and let Mikey get into a rhythm, I'm
Hey, bro,
telling
I,
you.
I gotta jump off though
Okay.
because of that thing I told you about. But
Okay.
if you're still on when I'm done, I'll try calling you back.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. But yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I agree. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Yeah, man. That was my boy Hypo type breaking it down. He had some great points. I mean, me and you, Zone. We always said that Earl Spence was the Antonio Margarito, and a lot of people take that as being bad, but Antonio Margarito was a pretty good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Margarita beat Kermit Citron, I believe, when Kermit Citron was undefeated. He was the first person, I believe, to beat Sergio Martinez. So he beat Cotto. I mean, you know, everybody say he got something in his gloves. We don't know if he had it for Cotto, but people said it. But yeah, I mean, Errol Spence is a little bit more athletic Antonio Margarito. And to me, I think Mikey Garcia is. I think Errol Spence is going to try to come out. Yeah, he beat Kermit Citron twice. The second time, Kermit Citron kind of quit. I believe that Errol Spence going to try to come in and try to box with Mikey Garcia, and I think that's going to be a mistake because if he gonna try to come in there and try to box with Mikey Garcia and let Mikey Garcia get comfortable in the ring with him and start reading his punches, because like I just got done telling Hypo, Errol Spence punch pattern is not different from round to round. He got the same punch pattern from round to round to round. If y'all go look at his fights, man, you'd be like, man, this dude got the same punch pattern from round and round and round. He got the same punch pattern as Robert Easter Jr. They both come out with that single jab, then they double it up, they go to the body. If you get close, they throw the hook. And another thing, Earl Spence, just like Robert Easter, they like to throw that hook from way outside. And sometimes, if you can get a fighter in there that moves their head, like Mikey Garcia moves his head, you can counter him off that hook. And you can counter Errol Spence when Errol Spence go to your body. See, Errol Spence have not had a fighter in the ring that really counters him when he goes to the body. See, that's why a lot of fighters don't go to the body in the center of the ring because they're afraid of getting countered up top. And when you throw a body shot, no matter how your hand is up on one side is always open when you go to the body. And Errol Spence, I believe Mikey Garcia is going to counter Errol Spence enough for Errol Spence to be honest. Now, can the two big things, can Mikey Garcia power carry up to get Errol Spence attention? If his power carries up to get Errol Spence attention, then it's gonna be a really really good night. And another thing, y'all know how fight night. Let's just say fight night. You know how the man when he first started fighting, how your boxer go back to the corner after one round, his energy level is still pretty good, long as you had good defense in that round. And if you take a lot of punishment, your man start turning yellow. So Mikey Garcia have to limit the amount of damage that his body takes round by round. If Mikey Garcia can be still have freshness and it's the sixth round, then we on a 50-50. I already think it's close to a 50-50 fight. I'm giving Earl the edge because Mikey is moving up. But if Mikey Garcia can get to the sixth round and he's still fairly fresh, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's gonna be a long night. We headed for a scorecards of World War III because if this fight goes to the scorecards, Mikey win about 5 rounds, and Earl on the judges' scorecards gets 6 rounds, and it's a split decision. Mikey get a round, get a scorecard. Earl get a scorecard, and that third scorecard come out, and then Earl get it by like 2 rounds. Now we gonna start hearing a lot of Mikey Garcia supporters say Mikey Garcia won the fight, and if it goes 12 rounds, in my opinion, I believe it's gonna be a split decision, close fight. I think Mikey Garcia can pull it off. But Mikey Garcia is going to have to stand his ground when it's time to stand his ground, and I think he's going to be the counterpuncher in this fight. He's going to have to. What people don't realize is that Errol Spence tries to be a counterpuncher when Errol Spence is not trying to walk forward and hit you to the body. But I believe that Mikey Garcia is going to try to push Errol Spence back too as well, because when Carol Brook was pushing Errol Spence back, he was not looking comfortable, man. And a couple rounds when Lamont Peterson was pushing him back, he did not look comfortable. Just Lamont Peterson fought a dumb fight. He just stood in front of the man with his gloves up, not throwing no punches back. Lamont Peterson did counter Errol Spence a lot in that fight. If when fighters knock out another fighter, everybody forget the whole fight of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Leading up to the knockout. When Errol Spence knocked out Carol Brook, people forgot about the fact that Errol Spence was down 4-2 and it wasn't looking good for Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't looking good. All credit to Errol Spence that he was able to stop Carol Brook. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody say in boxing, Knockouts cause amnesia. People don't talk about the other stuff when you knock people out. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, it's a it's a it's a 60-40 fight. I got to get Earl the edge. But will I be surprised if Mikey Garcia wins this fight? No. Will I say that Errol Spence has been exposed if he loses to Mikey Garcia? No, because I don't look at Mikey Garcia. I mean, I don't look at Errol Spence as being no boogeyman or being no monster like everybody else say he is. I he look when we like certain fighters and we see the potential of a fighter. You know, certain people see fighters certain different ways from other people. And yes, we can tend to overhype a fighter. Some fighters, yes, and all through history, fighters are somewhat overhyped more than what they really are. Okay, that's fine. I overheard somebody say that Pacquiao was overhyped. So if you say Pacquiao was overhyped, you got to say Errol Spence is way overhyped. And me myself, I don't think Pacquiao was overhyped because the bodies that Pacquiao had on his body was tremendous. The man fought Morales. The man fought Marquez. The man fought Barrera. The man, if you look at this, Manny Pacquiao at that time beat every well-known featherweight of that generation and defeated. Now he got knocked out by Marquez, but he did win some fights versus Marquez. But he beat every known featherweight from Morales to Barrera to Marquez, the greatest featherweights outside of Prince Nassim of that era. And he beat those guys. Then he beat Cotto. You know what I'm saying? He beat Oscar. I don't care. People gonna tell me, oh, Oscar was dead at the weight. When they made that fight, just like me, I said, man, why is Oscar picking on this little dude? That's exactly what I said. I said, man, Oscar, you gonna fight little Manny Pacquiao? Come on, man. You picking on this little dude? And everybody that was watching boxing at that time, everybody thought that don't tell me now hindsight is 2020. Don't tell me at that time y'all didn't think that De La Hoya was gonna beat Pacquiao. Don't tell me. And he went in there and he stopped De La Hoya. Stopped him on his stool. Beat Mosley. Beat the crap out of Mosley. Had Mosley running around the ring. Never seen Mosley running around the ring like that versus nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Beat Ricky Hatton. Knocked him out cold. So if you think Pacquiao was overrated or overhyped, I believe that was I think I was watching the video and I believe 78 said that Pacquiao was overhyped. Pacquiao was not overhyped, man. Pacquiao deserved all the hypeness he got. But like I said, Mikey Garcia, it look to me, Errol Spence, if you seen that last press conference, Errol Spence looked agitated. He looked like, see, Errol Spence has been reading all of the clippings because I remember when he talked to y'all remember when he came face to face with Crawford. He told Crawford, "I'm the boogeyman." Everybody says I'm the boogeyman, so he's believing his own hype. That's the worst thing a fighter can do is believe in his own hype. This man believed in his own hype. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine if he believes in his own hype. You know what I'm saying? But he's feeling the pressure simply because of this. When Mikey Garcia called him out, nobody believed Mikey Garcia. They wanted to fight him. Oh, Mikey Garcia is clout chasing. Mikey Garcia is just trying to ride Errol Spence coattails to try to get some more fans on his side. No, Mikey Garcia was serious. Mikey Garcia said, "No, you're not no boogeyman. I want to fight you. I see a lot of flaws in you." He see what I see in Errol Spence. Because if I can sit on the couch and see it, you know what I'm saying, and don't have as much boxing experience as Mikey Garcia and his camp, if I can see it, they can see it. So, like I said, Errol Spence has a lot of pressure because he knows he has to go in there and stop Mikey Garcia to continue holding on to that boogeyman mantra. If this fight go 12 rounds and Mikey Garcia is very competitive in this fight, he's no longer a boogeyman. And that's gonna mess with his mind. That's gonna mess with his supporters' mind. That walk around and say he's gonna walk through everybody at the welterweight division. He's gonna walk through everybody. He's gonna knock this guy out, and then he's gonna go up to 160 and beat Canelo and stop Canelo at 160. Man, hey, like I said, man, it's gonna be. I'm glad I'm gonna order the fight, man, because it's an interesting matchup. Now, I said the only way I'll order a fight if a fighter is fighting for unification, undisputed, or somebody is moving up. A good fighter is moving up, fighting another fighter, and not making the fighter fight at the catch weight and fighting for his title. Now, Mikey Garcia is doing that. He's not telling Errol Spence, "I want to fight you at a catch weight." He's coming in and saying, "Errol Spence, I want to fight you at 147 for your title." I respect that. I'm going to order the fight. Ha ha ha! Funny, Mikey will be shitty blood. So, okay, look, I know. Look, man, this is one thing I don't want. If Mikey Garcia lose the fight, and if he get knocked out and he's bloody and all that, I don't want to hear the Mikey Garcia supporters say Mikey Garcia was too small because remember Mikey Garcia called out Errol Spence. If Errol Spence lose, I don't want to hear any excuses if that man lose. Zero. I don't want to hear that Mikey Garcia's with Snack. I don't want to hear that Mikey Garcia signed up with Victor Conte and that's why he got an edge. What's up, Hyplo? Hey, y'all got Hyplo back. What's up, Hyplo? I'm talking to.
I'm done. Sorry about that.
No. You all right? But I was just telling. I was just saying. It's a lot of pressure on Errol Spence to run through Mikey because Errol Spence is trying to live up to this boogeyman mantra, this monster. Because I don't know if you seen that interview with him and Crawford. You remember he told Crawford, "I'm the boogeyman of the other division." Remember that?
Yeah, and then he
So
said, "How are you the boogeyman?"
and I'm chasing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And
True. I don't know what the boogeyman thing is about. Like, he hasn't fought anybody. But yeah, I agree. I think a lot of it comes from the fans who a certain section of Bob guy.
yeah.
I don't think he is.
Oh no. Mike Tyson was the last guy I thought was a boogeyman, and I was young then, and I thought Mike Tyson was. That's the only reason why I thought Mike Tyson was the. What's up, Zone? I got hype. I'm finna merge you in real quick. Hey, what's up, y'all? I got both of y'all in now.
What's up? Zone?
What's up, Hypo? What you doing?
Just the normal stuff. I liked your video earlier. That was a good video. I agreed with almost everything you said.
Okay, what's topic? What y'all talking about?
Talking about the fight, man. Talking about the fight tomorrow.
Being the boogeyman, and if he doesn't run through Mikey, he's gonna be looking stupid.
Oh. Well, I think Earl Spence should win the fight, man. I don't really see what's special about this. I don't see what kind of ground are we covering toward greatness. Like, I really just don't see, man. I guess I got to take this one out.
You gonna sit it out?
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, we're going to be back to square one. And I'm just tired of going through the same song and dance. It's just like every time there's an opportunity for a guy to push the needle, then he started becoming what he claiming that other people become. Like Errol Spence supposed to be this boogeyman and this guy there to fight everybody, but yet he fight Mikey Garcia instead of Crawford.
What he said he wanted to fight Sean Porter, but Sean Porter wanted to fight his mandatory.
Yeah, but Sean Porter's dad, Kenny Porter, said that that's not true. He said that they didn't want to fight Ugas. He said that they was trying to fight Errol Spence, and Errol Spence picked Mikey Garcia over them.
Oh, okay.
That's what Kenny Porter said. He said, man, they didn't want to date because people was giving them shit about it being a close fight for Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny was like, he was giving Ugas some props by basically saying, yeah, it was a tough fight. That's why we didn't want to fight. We are not going to rematch this guy.
Donald Brown says Earl running through and over Mikey. Okay, Donald, go ahead.
Yeah, that type of stuff. Sorry to interrupt, Zone. That type of statements from fans is going to make Errol have to really try to do that. There's a segment of people out there that really think that that's going to happen. I think Mikey's going to bring a game plan at least that's going to confuse him a little bit for a few rounds. So don't expect him to run right through Mikey like that. I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe later in the fight.
I'm going to tell y'all what it's setting up to be. I'm going to tell y'all what this is setting up to be. This is setting up to be another Wilder Fury type thing because Wilder said himself, that he threw away the game plan because he was trying to knock Fury out because everybody was telling him that he had to knock him out in 1, 2, 3 rounds because Fury was quote unquote I mean, we all know about how Fury, everybody thought, a lot of people, including me, Fury had to prove me wrong. I thought Fury wasn't ready. A lot of people thought he wasn't ready. So Wilder was hearing everybody say that. So Wilder said, "Man, let me just go ahead and knock this dude out." No, nobody says he can beat me. He's not ready. Let me go in there and knock him out. And I believe that Errol Spence is hearing the same thing. Man, you should knock this dude out in first 3 rounds at least. You should run through this dude. And I believe Errol Spence is going to leave himself open, and I believe he's going to get caught early. I'm not saying he's going to get knocked out, but I believe he's going to get caught back with something big. And I think Mikey Garcia is going to get his attention early. I think he's going to get his respect early.
Yeah, what I think is if he doesn't run through Mikey, then he's going to ruin a lot of people's fantasies.
I don't know, man. I think Mikey Garcia is going to put some chinks in his armor. I think it's going to look like the Kell Brook fight.
The Kell Brook GGG fight?
Yep, I think Mikey going to go in there and do some things that you think going to work. And he probably going to catch him or something like that or look good. And I think Errol Spence is going to walk him down and beat him up in the corner and stop him.
You think he'll... Ooh, man. Man. Look.
I think he's gonna look like, meaning not necessarily like based on the style. So I don't want you to envision the actual Triple G fight, like the actual thing that took place.
No. I'm not visualizing like that. Right. I'm visualizing it like this. I don't think for one, I think Triple G is more powerful. For two,
no, don't do that. You starting off wrong. No, don't do it like that. What I'm saying, I want you to just visualize. I want you to visualize a smaller guy trying to jump up and fighting a guy that is his equivalent Triple G. If you were to pick somebody out of welterweight.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I'm not even. You take the names out. I'm matching the scenario.
Okay.
Kell Brook, welterweight world champion, pretty solid, considered big enough to go up to 160, but he should transition up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has good technical skill set,
mm-hmm.
but Triple G was the stronger, bigger guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I just when Kell Brook went up there, he put some things. He was outspeeding him. He was doing some things, but it just wasn't enough because of the size.
Can you say this? Okay, Zone. Can you say this? To me, it's levels to everything. I mean, we know it's levels to everything. So let me paint this scenario. How good do you think Errol Spence is? Really? I'm talking about like put aside everything.
I think nobody really knows that answer, and I think that anyone who pretends to is just deluding themselves. He might be great, and he might not be that good.
Because my thing is this: I don't think Errol Spence is that good. I mean, I think he's a look. I think he has some good attributes, right? I think his best attributes are his toughness. He's strong at the weight, and his durability. That's what I think that's what I think is real good. I think that's what I think is his best 3 attributes. But
you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
I just don't see what Mikey Garcia is going to do. I can't visualize him executing that skill set that you want to see. Like Crawford, the way you guys are saying Mikey probably will fight sounds like the way Crawford would fight and actually have success with it.
Well, Crawford gonna beat him. I already know that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I can see Crawford fighting like this, and people saying Errol Spence gonna get his ass whooped because I can actually see Crawford pulling it off. He don't have
I'm not saying Mikey's gonna win. Just for the record, I don't know if that's what B-Talk is saying.
No, I'm saying Mikey gonna win. I'm saying Mikey gonna win.
Yeah, I'm just saying. the way I would say he would win is how you guys say he would win. If I had to pick a weight, but that's just too. That's too far, man.
I don't think it's too.
A split decision?
Yeah, I think.
Man, I mean, that means this kid. Listen to what you're saying. That means this kid is going to go 12 rounds with Errol Spence.
I kind of changed my mind a little bit though on the split decision. A little bit. I kind of changed my mind a little bit on the split. I think he got a chance to stop him. I think he got a chance to stop him.
You think?
I think he got a chance. Yeah, I think he got a chance. I really do. From this standpoint right here, from this, I'm gonna break it down for you. From this standpoint, Errol Spence, to me, I believe Errol Spence is gonna try to come out and try to box with Mikey Garcia. I don't think he's gonna try to walk Mikey Garcia down in the first round. Like, see, a lot of people just think he's gonna come in, try to walk him down. I don't think he's gonna do it. See, I don't think Errol Spence supporters. I'm gonna tell him to bag up a little bit. Errol Spence do not believe he's gonna walk through Mikey Garcia. He knows it's gonna be a real good fight. How I know that? From his body language of the last couple days tell me that Errol Spence knows that maybe this dude truly believes he sees something. And I mean I already know what he sees. He sees that this man don't move his head. A lot of times Errol Spence is open for counters that a lot of fighters do not cap. Now, Kell Brook did capitalize on some counters, like Lamont Peterson did capitalize on some counters, but it was more like a stay away from me type of counter instead of committing to the counter. Mikey Garcia is a fighter that commits to the count. He commits to his counter shots. When they say Mikey Garcia is patient and Mikey Garcia don't really like to throw a punch until he knows he can fully engage in the punch. That's what I believe. That's what I believe that Mikey Garcia can do. Mikey Garcia will commit to his counters. Therefore, I believe Mikey Garcia can hurt. Hold on. Let me add zone back. And then finish my statement. I don't know what happened. The call dropped. I don't know what happened. But I believe he can catch he gonna catch Errol Spence with something early, man. And when Errol Spence try to go to the body, when they in the center of the ring, because Errol Spence love to throw that little jab to the body, and sometimes he likes to hook to the body, you're gonna see Mikey Garcia counter him up top off those body shots. A lot of fighters do not like to throw body shots because they don't want to get countered up top. They don't want to get countered up top. When Adrian Broner tried to throw body shots against Mikey Garcia, if you go back and look at the fight, Mikey Garcia was countering him off the body shots. And that's what a lot of fighters don't do. They don't counter guys off body shots like fighters in the past used to do. Mikey Garcia, to me, is a traditional throwback type of fighter in the sense that he does everything well. He doesn't do anything flashy, but what he does is what you need to do when you moving up to weight and to beat a fighter like Errol Spence. Like, you're not gonna go in there and say, "Well, I'm gonna out strength Errol Spence." What I like from the that Mikey Garcia said was, "I'm not gonna try to put on a lot of muscle, try to gain a bunch of weight. Why would I do that? I'm gonna come in at 150." And then they asked Errol Spence, "What you gonna come in at?" He said about 160. You know why Errol Spence gonna come in at 160? Because they got to weigh in again on Saturday. He can't be 10 pounds over when they weigh.
Oh, you said they weigh in Friday and they weigh in Saturday?
They have to weigh in again on Saturday. He cannot be 10 pounds over. See, that's a lot of people don't. Okay. Errol Spence looked kind of dry at the last press conference. His skin was all dry. He looked like he was tired. And another thing, Zone, what I was explaining to Hypo, he said he's already on weight. You already on weight right now? And it's yesterday he was already on weight. It was 3 days before the fight. That means you only can eat bananas all the way up until Friday. Man, that's not good. Because I made that same mistake. I was on weight 3-4 days before my fight. And I couldn't eat no full meals because I was on weight. And if I drunk 3 cups of water, I was gonna go up 2 pounds. So I couldn't even do that. I was eating bananas for 3 days. Banana, 2 bananas a day. Now, if Errol Spence say he was on weight yesterday, that's not good. They miscalculated then. That means either he overdid it in training camp or he was scared so much that he came in on weight 3 days for the fight because he felt like he wasn't gonna make weight. Either way, that's not good. Mikey Garcia is probably eating full meals. I mean, that's what people don't fail to realize in a boxing match. Just because you the bigger and you the stronger man, if you miscalculate that weight, if you don't come in and at your full potential mentally, that's gonna mess with you. Physically, it's gonna mess with you. Mikey Garcia can very well be just as strong as Errol Spence by round 3 or 4. But we'll see though. But I think Mike Garcia gonna have a chance to stop the man. Now we'll see if his power move up. If his power moves up, Mikey Garcia can punch pretty good. He's a pretty good puncher, man. But we'll see though. I'll see tomorrow. I know Zone. I know you're not gonna get the fight. I can FaceTime you because I'm gonna get the fight. You can see it. You can see it off my TV.
Yeah, I probably see it next day. It's on YouTube.
I could FaceTime you. Put your ass up on the fight. Cause I'm gonna have a little fight party tomorrow. I'm gonna have a couple of my guys over tomorrow. But yeah, man. I mean, but like you said too, I hate the fact that Errol Spence was on the stage talking about keep that same energy, motherfucker. You ain't tough. I mean, this motherfucker had like Mikey Garcia is scared of him or something. Like, keep that same energy when you see me in person. When y'all at training camp, y'all talk all this stuff. Man, are you sensitive or something? Like, what is going on?
Keep that energy as like his go-to line. Keep that energy.
Keep that same energy when you see me in person.
It's kind of a weak line, in my opinion.
I ain't see no energy when Crawford walked up on him. No, and look.
I thought he told Crawford to keep that energy too, though.
No. When he was in front of Crawford, and then when Crawford, I'm gonna tell you what I seen. When Crawford guy in the back of Crawford said something, and Errol Spence started talking to Crawford guy. You know what Crawford did? Crawford stepped in front of that motherfucker like, motherfucker, you talking to me. Talk to me. Errol Spence was like, tell your guy to shut up. No. Talk to me. See that's what I'm talking about, man. See, everybody say they tough, but people are situational tough. And what I mean by that is, I done seen people be tough until somebody walk in the room and all of a sudden they're like a church mouse. Like when Big Baby Miller pushed Anthony Joshua in New York in the US, but when he went to the UK, he was all sitting down, being calm. No, man, have that same energy that you had in New York. Push him in the UK.
Yeah, but they probably told him.
Man, I don't care what they told that man. I don't care what they told that man. No, if you a real tough guy.
You don't know the laws in Great Britain.
I mean, like okay, I just told you, situational toughness. Because if you're a real tough guy, you don't care what you are.
Oh, whatever, dude. He's got a boxing match for millions of dollars coming up.
But he pushed the man in New York though.
Because in New York, you can push somebody.
Man, situational tough guy. Tough guy.
Whatever.
Hey, I seen Derek Jajura throw a bottle and hit David Hay in the face with it in the UK.
Yeah, exactly.
In the UK.
I think he went to jail for that.
But Derek Jajura is probably a real tough guy because he didn't give a fuck. Gerald Miller is a situational tough guy, and he's going to get knocked out by Joshua. Knocked out.
True.
Knocked out.
I don't blame him for not doing this pushing him thing.
Yeah, man. Situational tough guy, man. But anyway, this should be an interesting fight tomorrow, man. Interesting fight.
Oh, you said Spence.
Yeah, Spence is a situational tough guy too, man. Situational tough guy.
What you disagreeing with? I'm trying to...
He was talking about something else, dude, with Chisora and Big Baby Miller.
Yeah, I said Big Baby Miller pushed.
He was saying Big Baby Miller's not a tough guy because he didn't do the same shit he did in New York and England. And I said, yeah, but you got to figure they talk to him, and plus the laws are different. Yeah. The laws are different. In England, you can, get arrested or, banned from the country. and you don't want that.
Hey, all I know is this: Big Baby Miller is a decent fighter. I mean, he's decent. Anthony Joshua gonna knock out Big Baby Miller. He's gonna knock him out in New York.
Probably so.
But I mean, cause look, I've been around guys from New York. I remember when I was in North Carolina, there was this guy up there when my cousin was in the army. He was from New York. They just talk a lot. They talk a lot. But when it's time to put up and shut up, they not really what they say they are, man. New York people are known for talking a lot, man, but getting their ass whooped when they come to boxing. Getting their ass towed off the frame.
Mike Tyson?
He eventually got his ass. I mean, Mike Tyson was good, you know what I'm saying? But Mike Tyson got his ass tore off the frame too. But Zab Judah, ass tore off the frame.
Riddick Bowe?
Riddick Bowe did. I mean, you know, he had trouble with your guy from Chicago. What's his name? What's his name? He didn't have to hit him low. Kept on hitting the motherfucker low, but he was beating Riddick Bowe's ass before he was hitting him low. Galata. Who else? Shannon Briggs getting beat up by talking shit to Lennox Lewis, and Lennox Lewis stopped him. But come on, man. Like, they always talk shit in New York, but then they always get they shit tore off the frame. Come on, man. Stop that shit, man. Paul Malignaggi. I remember he talked all that stuff to Amir Khan. Then Amir Khan had that boy Buffoon in the ring. Yeah. Stop the fight. Come on, man. Stop it, man. Just stop it. Stop it with the New York guys, man. They talk a lot, man. But man, I'm gonna get on up off of here, man. It was nice discussing with y'all, man. But we'll see come tomorrow what happened though. I'll get on tomorrow after the fight. I'll get back on tomorrow after the fight.
Tomorrow's Friday though.
I mean Saturday after the fight. I don't know why I think today is Friday. Man,
okay. Thanks for having us on, bro.
All right, y'all. All right, Zone.
It's good to chop it up.
All right.